Hello, all you Drag Race fans out there. Before I go into this recap, which is very important because it's the All-Stars 2 finale recap, I do have something very special I want to share with all of you. Guess who I got to meet? I will give you a couple of hints. It is a queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. She is known for being one of the nicest queens you will ever meet, and she is also very well known for having very subtle eye makeup. Okay, you're twisting my arm. I got to meet...
Not today, Satan.
Bring back my all-stars.
The one and only Bianca Del Rio. I went and saw her show yesterday, Not Today, Satan. I was in the front row, and it was just a phenomenal show. I highly recommend going to this show. I don't care if you say you don't have enough money to buy tickets. Take all of your tips from working nights at Joe's Crab Shack. I don't care. Cash them all in and go buy tickets to this show. She is hilarious. She will spend a good 2 hours just talking on and on about everything from RuPaul's Drag Race to television to things in her daily life. It was hilarious. And of course, the whole best moment of the night was meeting Bianca Del Rio. Okay, so enough about me talking about meeting Bianca Del Rio, one of the greatest queens ever on RuPaul's Drag Race ever. Anyway, so let's get to the recap of this week's All-Stars 2 finale. So last week, Alyssa Edwards had to sashay away because Detox decided to send her home, and I think most of us are in agreement that Alyssa should absolutely 100% still be there. And then also last week, Alaska threw a big hissy fit because for the first time in her life, she did not receive an amazing positive critique. And we come to find out that had she won the lip sync, Katya would have sent home Roxy again. And then heading right into the main challenge for this week, the girls will be performing as an all-star supergroup, an a la Pussycat Dolls, Destiny's Child, if you will. The girls will be writing lyrics to a rap. They will be recording them in the studio and then performing them on the main stage as a musical group. And as part of the challenge, they will also be doing a podcast interview with RuPaul and Michelle Visage. So just to review how a couple of the girls did, Roxy Andrews in the recording studio. Where was Roxy Andrews season 5?
Where my people at? Where my people at?
Because I just got nothing but, my name is Roxy Andrews and la da da, I've been saved 5 times. Okay, she didn't say that, but we were all thinking that. And then Alaska in the recording studio, she was whispering. Shocking. But it was really funny. Then she did her high energy rap, which I've heard her do before as well, but I mean, that's what she's known for, so you might as well work with what you got, right? And then her podcast, sounds delicious. And I thought it was hilarious when RuPaul and Michelle Visage both brought up their Alaska Talks thing, and according to Alaska, it didn't even hit her up until this point that it was Alaska Talks against one queen. Really? I would have thought that you would have known that after you eliminated half of the best queens this season. Katya in the recording studio was basically a Russian M&M, which, that sounds hot. And then in his podcast interview with RuPaul and Michelle, he talked about Brenda, his inner voice that helped push him through this season of All Stars and become a better overall queen. And then Detox in the recording studio, she was amazing. She should be in a girl group.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
So after their sessions in the recording studio and the podcast, the girls sit down in the workroom, and Alaska brings up to Detox and Roxy that this is basically a repeat of season 5. Where Alaska talks against one really quirky out there queen. And Roxy and Detox don't really see it that way, but Alaska's becoming a huge diva saying, "This is serious to me and I need to win and get away from me." And it's really annoying Detox. Roxy goes over to Alaska to console her because obviously she knows that she's not going to win this competition, so she might as well get as much screen time as she possibly can. Then the girls go onto the main stage to practice their choreography for the challenge, and I mean, they all pretty much struggled, but Katya, I mean, she's a fucking acrobat. It looked like someone had poured canola oil all over the stage because she just went split in two on the stage, and she just killed it. And then the girls go back into the workroom to prepare themselves for the main stage, and they have a little chit chat, you know, about how why they feel they should win and how they feel they've done throughout the season. And Alaska decides to apologize for coming across so serious and maybe kind of rude at times. She basically is just saying it's because she wants this so bad, she wants to win. You know, according to her, it's her destiny. And she also made a point to bring up that her favorite moment of the season was seeing Roxy in the bottom 2. And I must say, I loved it when Detox belted out, "Which time?" Because you know that's what we were all thinking. And now, onto the main stage, and boom! It's Fifth Harmony! So the girls all come out and do their little choreographed dance, and I have to say, I could not take my eyes off of Katya. I thought she just looked phenomenal. And after all the girls do their choreographed dance, each of them goes up and does their own solo performance, and first up was Alaska, and she came out in her little Blue Man Group outfit, and she had the very sexy, sultry moves. Her rap was really funny, really good, and I believe Alaska's rap will be available on iTunes. Detox loved the rap. She was giving me Michelle Visage a la 1992 Seduction, and I thought the styling was great, and she definitely knows how to work a chair. Katya, my absolute favorite. She just killed it. Sultry, sexy, silly. I love the Russian accent. I love the moves. She worked the fan. She worked the hair. My absolute favorite rap. I love the line, "That's a rash, not a herpes sore." Like, that has Katya written all over it. Roxy Andrews, of course she was working the hair flip. I mean, that's what she's known for. But I really did not care for the bodysuit. And where is that high energy Roxy Andrews from season 5? And now for my final Xanadu for All Stars 2. My Xanadu of the week is everyone! Yay! I thought that all of the queens this week just slayed the runway. It was impossible for me to pick a Xanadu, and especially impossible for me to pick a Xanadont. Alaska, she had this gorgeous gold sequin gown with the black fur. I loved her wig. Detox was like a high fashion pink explosion ballerina a la Cyndi Lauper. It was just another amazing Detox look. Katya was giving me 1980s Dynasty poof gown, which I loved, even though Michelle Visage hated it, but you have to leave it to Michelle to ruin a pretty cool look. And Roxy Andrews came out in a beautiful skin tone sequin gown, and it just looked fantastic on her. I loved the hair. It was just an overall really strong look that showed off her body shape. So before announcing a winner, RuPaul decided to ask each of the queens why they feel they should become America's next drag superstar. And Alaska was up first, and it was very reminiscent of her Defend Your Life speech in season 5, because she was very much in character. You know, she just wasn't saying the words, she was over dramatizing them, which is fantastic. And she kept quoting other queens and throwing in memorable moments from past seasons, and I loved it, and to me that kind of convinced me she had it right there. And after Alaska, Detox was next, and I felt like there really wasn't much she could do to top that, and unfortunately she didn't, but it was still a nice heartfelt speech. You know, she basically said how she feels that she's shown so much more growth, which honestly, of all the queens this season, I think Detox has. Her runway looks this season have just been unbelievable. Almost every single week she had my favorite runway look. Next up was Katya, and in her Defend Your Life speech, she spoke with her very famous Russian accent, and it was hysterical, but then it got very emotional, and it actually moved me more than Alaska's, because with Katya's speech, you could literally feel her journey as she was speaking. And I think that of all the queens this season, she's grown the most in terms of confidence. And Roxy, I will give her some credit. In her speech, she said she competed the right way, by being a friend. And basically, I think that's how she earned her spot in the top 4, by being a friend. But I'm not going to hate on Roxy. I think a lot of us would agree that she should not be in the top 4, but I didn't make that decision, so I'm very happy that Roxy made it that far. And with saying that, RuPaul decided to eliminate Roxy Andrews. But congratulations, Roxy, you made the top 4. That's an awesome length to go, and again, don't think you should have made the top 4, but you still did a pretty good job throughout the season, so way to go, Roxy. So it is now down to the final 3, Alaska, Katya, and Detox. Who will be America's next drag superstar? It all depends on this lip sync. And the song they are lip syncing to? If I Were Your Woman by Gladys Knight. I've heard this song many times in the past, and it's a great song, but I just found it a little odd that this was the song that determines who wins, because it's like just a very slow ballad song. Like, I thought that maybe they would do like a RuPaul song like they've done in the past, or maybe just a song with a lot more high energy, but no. And I couldn't really pinpoint who was the best and who was the worst, just because it was a pretty boring, honestly, it was a pretty boring lip sync to watch, considering how many great ones we've had this season. And now the lip sync is over, and the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 2 is
Alaska.
Yay! Congratulations, Alaska. Woo! You won All Stars 2. Yay! I mean, it was a pretty expected result. You know, as soon as the cast for All Stars 2 was released, I think most people expected Alaska to win. And this whole season, it's just been blatantly obvious that it was basically designed for her to win. I think Alaska, talent-wise, is one of the most talented queens the show's ever produced. I've seen Alaska perform. Actually, I met her, and I bet it was probably right around the time after she won this, based on how the taping went. I know that a lot of people's opinions of Alaska changed a lot because of this season of All Stars 2, but, you know, she's a phenomenal performer. Yeah, she was a little obnoxious this season, especially with her decisions. Oh my god, it just drives me nuts that queens like Tatiana and Alyssa got booted so early. But I would say she earned that spot as a winner, because overall she did do the best throughout the season. I would have loved to have seen Katya win, and I would have especially loved to see Detox win, but I thought that in the end, Alaska is a great decision for the winner. You know, she's definitely an all-star, and I thought she slayed throughout most of the competition. So hopefully the fans are just as happy as I am to see Alaska win. I know a lot of people, like 98.9% of the population, were rooting for Katya, but she's a great queen as well. And, you know, I think every queen this season, regardless of how their journey went on the show, came out a better queen. Well, except Fifi O'Hara.
I just don't get why people don't like me.
Yeah, because you're a bitch.
This has been a crazy season. It's had a lot of ups, it's had a lot of downs, and I'm kind of glad it's over, kind of not glad it's over. Please don't take this as you're done watching my videos, because I have a lot more to offer. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, CJ Rambler, where you'll get to see all tons of videos, including Drag Race, but also a lot more. And be sure to like my Facebook page, CJ Rambler, where you can keep up to date on all of my recent activities. Thank you guys so much again for watching my videos. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares. You have all been so great in supporting me, and please continue to watch my videos. You guys are what keeps me going on here. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all next season. Bye!
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Anus thing is possible.